In 1897, an entire family vanished from a locked house deep in the Appalachian woods. No bodies, no fire. Just symbols carved into the walls, bones in the basement, and a candle that wouldn't go out. The Whitmores were never seen again. According to official records, they never even existed. In the shadows of American history lies a house no map remembers, a family no record confirms, and a horror no one dares claim as truth. This is the story of the Whitmore family and the house on Briar Lane. Briar Lane doesn't appear on modern GPS. Even 19th century records barely acknowledge its existence. But deep in the Appalachian foothills of western North Carolina, a crumbling Victorian mansion still stands, hidden behind walls of moss and fog. Locals say the trees grow thicker around it, as if nature itself is trying to bury it. The Whitmores arrived sometime in the 1870s, strangers to the mountain community. They were said to have moved from New England, bringing with them wealth, books, and servants, but not much else. No one knows exactly how they made their fortune. What's known is that soon after they arrived, livestock in nearby farms began vanishing. Children fell ill, and a sense of unease settled over the region like a sickness. The family was led by Horace Whitmore, a former professor with rumored ties to the occult. He was rarely seen, but when he was, his clothes were always covered in dust and earth, as if he'd been digging. His wife, Miriam, was said to speak in riddles and pray in a language no one could identify. And their two children, almost no one remembers their faces, only that they never aged. For over 2 decades, neighbors swore they looked exactly the same. Strange lights were seen in the woods. Songs in an unknown tongue were heard on windless nights. Some believed the Whitmores practiced something far older than witchcraft. Others believed they had made a pact. But with what no one dared guess. Then, in 1897, everything stopped. A fire broke out. Or at least, that's what the official report said. But there was no smoke, no blaze, and no smell of burning. Just silence. When someone finally dared approach the house, the front door stood wide open. The Whitmores were gone. Plates were still set on the table, food untouched. A single candle burned in the cellar, though no one could find its source. Inside, authorities discovered something far more disturbing. Walls lined with symbols etched in blood, books bound in what was suspected to be human skin, and behind a false wall in the basement, rows of tiny bones. Dozens of them. The house was sealed. The land was never sold. And for over a century, no one returned. Until 1992, when a group of college students decided to investigate the so-called Whitmore curse for a thesis documentary. What they captured has never been released to the public, but according to one of the local sheriffs who reviewed the raw footage, it showed shadows moving against the laws of light, whispers recorded in empty rooms, and a fleeting glimpse of a girl with black eyes standing in the upstairs window. Only one student returned from that trip. Her name was Sarah Kells, and she never spoke again. She died in a psychiatric hospital 7 years later, still drawing the same strange circle over and over on her cell wall, one found in the Whitmore cellar over 100 years earlier. Despite this, no official investigation followed. The state listed the house as non-existent. Locals know better. They still won't walk past where Briar Lane once was, though some say. On certain nights you can see a faint flicker of candlelight through the trees. To this day, no historical records confirm the Whitmore family ever existed. Census documents omit them. Land deeds show no purchase. It's as if they were never there, and yet the house stands, waiting, rotting, watching. Maybe the scariest thing about this forgotten corner of American history isn't the horror of what happened, but the silence that followed. The official refusal to ask questions, the collective decision to forget, because sometimes history doesn't want to be remembered, and some families were never meant to be found. If the Whitmores never existed, then who lit the candle still burning in their cellar? If you're intrigued by this mystery, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon for more chilling stories. This is just the beginning. Are you ready for what's next?